welcome to yet another cube draft. Not really an interesting pack, is it? So there's Venser, meh. It has some interactions, but it's just not good enough in my opinion. It is blue though, but that's about it. There's Xenagas. Like Xenagas is a decent card, but I'm not a big fan of green and red in cube. Well, mostly green these days, but I think out of these cards, it is the better one. Like there's Mutavault, which keeps open my options. There's Gilded Lotus, if I want to go a bit more to the late game. There's Fraction Obliterator, which is pretty strong. Maybe that's the pick though. Like just go Gilded Lotus and see if we play it or not, and go somewhat late game. Like there's plenty of green ramp that can wheel around. We can also go for black and pick up Nezumi Grave Robber and hope some reanimation wheels. Have to make a pick here. I think Grave Robber is better than Gilded Lotus. Then we get past the Profane Command, but there's also Senseless Divining Top, Sulfuric Vortex, Goblin Guide. Wow, Mono Red is pretty strong here. But if you see my previous cube drafts, you know I can't pass up a top. I love that card. So yeah, there's this card and this card for Mono Reds. There's also Profane Command, which I wouldn't mind seeing wheel, but seeing that it's the only black card seems very unlikely. If it does wheel, it does mean black is open, but then Fraction Obliterator wheels as well. And I don't think that's gonna happen. That seems very, very unlikely. Now, Fraction Obliterator is possible, like it's for black, and Mono Black isn't that strong. So I assume a lot of people aren't gonna play it. Well, what do we have here? We have Tombstalker and Vizara, Spell's Guide, and so on, Murderous Redcap, but there's a Trade Wind Rider. The card is bonkers. There's no reason not to pick this card. I know people are like, how the hell is this bonkers? But being able to bounce a permanent of your opponent every single time is pretty annoying for your opponent and pretty brutal on your end. It's just a win card. Maybe we're looking to pick up green right now to get Fauna Shaman or Survival of the Fittest. Is Survival of the Fittest still in the cube? So, someone actually linked me the cube, so I'm gonna check it out right now. There's Underground Sea, but there's also Legacy's Allure. Legacy's Allure is actually pretty good, by the way, so I'm gonna pick that up. Wouldn't have minded seeing the other one, but there's Cryptic Command. So my channel. Oh yeah. So I do think I'm gonna pick up Cryptic Command here. Excuse me for the coughing. Detention Sphere is a nice card, but I already have somewhat of black. There's also Entomb, but then I need more of specific cards, and I think Cryptic Command is just a bit better. So I'm gonna pick that one up. Yep, this is the one that I want. No, that's apparently not what I want. Ah, this is the one. Got it. There's Counterspell, which is a nice card. Vampire Hexmage is okay. There's Negate. Don't think I can pass up a Counterspell here. What else is interesting? Dreadbore. That would be red again, and I think I played that too often. Searing Spear is in here. Wow. So yeah, let's pick up Counterspell. So where's the link here? So update to the cubes. What is a cube? Really? Oh wow, they apparently what did you do to the cube and so on and so on. So Exhume, so Reanimator did seem to be open, and I am gonna pick it up right now. I know it's a bit late, but you never know. Can I not just see this in a damn list? Okay. No, that's not what I want. Cube changes, yes. Leaving the cube. Not that many. What the hell does this do? At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent draws a card. That's terrible. There's Time Spiral, which is okay. There's Woebender, and I think Time Spiral is the pick here. Maybe Yona is the pick if you want to go Reanimator. It is white, but it's one of the best ones. Nah, I think I can pick up a big baddie in black anyway. So apparently, Phantom Seer, Putrefied, Genju of the Spires, Genesis, Zozo, Tellarknight Hermit, Turnabout, Brooding Saurian, Mole Chamber, Frost Titan, and Inferno Titan, and Shrieking Grotesque left the cube. And instead they added like Nissa, Garruk, Jalira, what? Gilded Lotus Wield as an Inquisition. Not sure about the Gilded Lotus now. I think Inquisition is still a bit better. But Gilded Lotus is a nice card here to have if I do want to go Reanimator. But I think I want Inquisition. It's more likely I'll play that. Probably want Crumbling Necropolis over Vote Mage Prodigy. Is this a wizard? No, right. This isn't a wizard either. It's double blue, just a 2/1. Crumbling Necropolis fixes. So I like that card a bit more. So Repulse Wield and Spellskite Wield. I'm a fan of Repulse, but I can't pass up a Spellskite here. It works together with the Tradewind Riders. Here I'm gonna pick up a Reflecting Pole. It works together with the Tradewind Riders. It's a creature that protects some other creatures, and so on and so on. They added Spirit Bonds in here. Entombed Wield. Okay, Slam. I guess Burning is more annoying against me. Jacob up. So we have somewhat of an reanimation team here. Just need the creatures for now. Genesis Hydra, okay. Oh, there's actually way more that left the cube. So there's Capsize, which is okay. There's Bloodgift Demon, and there's Tassa, Bad River. That's about it that I want. Seeing that I do have reanimation, maybe Bloodgift Demon is a better one. But the problem with that is that it's just a card I want to hard cast anyway. And should be permanent base, so Tassa might be fine. How likely is one of the two gonna wheel? So not a lot of black wheels, by the way, outside of reanimation. So I don't see Bloodgift Demon wheeling. Then again, I don't see a Tassa wheeling either. And can I ever get it to Devotion, or is it just gonna be a Scry one? I think it's gonna be a Scry one, so I'm just gonna pick up the Bloodgift Demon. Una's Prowler is a great card that I probably want just to have some discards out of my hand. Bird Alive is there as well, but I think Una's Prowler is better. Strip Mine is obviously a really strong card, but Una's Prowler is. And then Living Dead, huh? Living Dead versus Future Sight versus Underground River versus Yosei. You might say, oh, why versus Yosei? Well, still lacking a big creature here, so... Living Dead is pretty strong, but I'm not sure if I want it. Although, it is really good. I'm gonna pick it up. Like maybe Future Sight Wheels, it's not that high priority pick on people's list. And Living Dead is an interesting card, to say the least. Brain Freeze is gone. Wow, they finally removed that crap, huh? Yogurt's Will is gone. Really? Was that in the cube? A Spinning Darkness. That card was okay-ish. Like, it wasn't that bad. It was terrible. Just kidding, it was terrible. Empty Awareness is gone. That's actually... Oh man, Griselbrand? Yeah, slamming. Griselbrand and Maloko, both strong cards, but can't pass up a Griselbrand with Entomb Exhume in my deck. There's also Monolith and Maloko, so maybe one of the two wheels. Very unlikely though. But can't pass up a Griselbrand here, come on. Empty Awareness was actually a pretty good card. So Pithanoid, that's gone. Exploration gone is pretty standard. Fire Blast is gone. Route is gone. No. Come on, that card was brutal. Reanimate, yeah, thank you. So there's also Augur, Duress, Snub Out, Garden Hellkite, and Thirst for Knowledge. Like one of those cards might wheel, but can't pass up a Reanimate. We are going for somewhat of a reanimation team. We get him to Turok versus Ultimate Prize. That's interesting. And Everflowing Child, of course, maybe punishes the Juicy. I think him is the stronger card here. Ultimate Prize is pretty good, of course, but I'm just gonna go for my own deck and not the other guy's deck. I think Glenelendra is better than these cards. Factor Fiction is pretty strong though. Factor Fiction over Glenelendra. Glenelendra counters my deck. But it fits more in my playstyle than Factor Fiction. Nah, Glenelendra it is. Hinder, pretty good pickup. There's also Sinkhole, not a big fan of. And Hinder is just, you know, standard counter spell. It's actually my first 3-drop as well. Stupor is gone. Really? Deadbridge Chant is gone. Come on, they removed like average cards that are really fun to play with. Like Deadbridge Chant is average, it's not that great, but it's a really fun card to play with. And they removed it for some odd reason. So Tassa wheeled, but I'm still not that permanent based. I probably won't even play the Trading Traders. Maybe Capsize is better or Bad River. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for the Bad River just because it has a shuffle effect with Senses Divine in top. Persecute is gone. Like, just look at it. Persecute is like, okay, it's a really unfun card to play against, but it's never gonna be in the main deck. It's always gonna be a sideboard card. It's just punishing very single card decks. Like, why would you even remove those? I think Pelincron here is a bit better than Buried Alive. Although so far, let's get Buried Alive. So far I have no more tutoring. Underground Sea will nice. Underground River. Underground Sea would be a bit better. Goblin Welder is gone. Come on, people. Smokestack versus Urborg. I'm not gonna play Smokestack, I think, so let's just pick up an Urborg here. Duress Wield, slamming that one. Everflowing Jazz Wield, slamming that one. Rude Awakening, yay! So Monsoon said that I undervalue Rude Awakening, and he was correct. I do undervalue this card, like in mid-range greenish decks. It is a pretty good card, it's a finisher. Like, I used to love it when it was in standard and I wanted it to work and it just never worked, and then I gave up on it. And so Restock is gone, that's fine. Phyrexian Arena, Mimic Vat is in here. Interesting. But I do think the pick is Luthor or Balefrostrix. So then we have the question, what is gonna wheel? So Luthor is pretty good because it allows me to discard cards. I think it's a bit better than Balefrostrix at this point. But I do hope that Balefrostrix wheels. Like, it's a really solid card. Lake of the Dead is gone. I guess they just... Barbarian Ring is gone, really. They just got like cards that they didn't feel were that overdrafted or that strong, and just added other strong cards. So there's Miscalculation, Night's Whispers, Tinker. Tinker is still in here, okay. Like, they remove Goblin Welder but they keep in Tinker. Makes no sense. This is an interesting one. I think Night's Whispers is a bit better than Miscalculation, just because it draws me cards. Yeah. Snapcaster Mage is definitely a slam dunk here, I guess. There's Disfigure, Liliana, not a big fan of Liliana. There's 3 other good cards, but Snapcaster, we do have plenty of sorceries and so on. Snapcaster Mage is just the card I want. There's Kaiga, Sundering Titan. So Sundering Titan is a pretty good reanimation target, but so is Kaiga. NK guy is actually just a card I can cast a bit. I can cast with a bit more ease than Sundering Titan. Maybe one of these 3 wheels, maybe Sundering Titan wheels. But just gonna keep it at this. There's Nozumi Shortfang, there's Isochron Scepter, which I have. Counterspell, Inquisition. No, only Counterspell. So I only have Counterspell for Isochron Scepter. It comes a bit too late in the draft, so I can't pick it up here. We played with Chasm Skulker before. It's okay, it's not that great. It's a decent card though, but I don't think it fits this deck. Deep Analysis draws me cards. Nizumi Shortfang is a creature. And it forces my opponent to discard cards, not myself. Which is a bit worse than Mystical Tutor. Has to be Mystical Tutor here just because of the kind of deck I'm running. We're over our card limit though. And they cut a lot of red. Fire Blast, Hellspark Elemental, Ball Lightning, Barbarian Ring. Like, it's not... I'm surprised by some of these. Like, Monsoon said, yeah, they cut red a lot. Like, I don't see that many red cards gone. So it's okay-ish. And they added... Wait, Chandra and Alar wasn't in the cube? Really? So it just got added? But they added cards like Fire and Ice, which people love. They added cards like Isochron Scepter, which people love, and it's still pretty good in mono red deck. They added Incinerate, Magma Spray. Magma Spray can only 2/2 creature, yeah. Mimic Vat, which is a really strong card. Mock Fanatic, it's okay-ish. With damage on the stack on like Overrun doesn't belong in the cube, I think. There's a lot of stronger cards. Toxic Deluge getting added is pretty nice. Stormbred Dragon, of course, auto include. Flash Freeze as a sideboard card. I'm not gonna play Braid, so Flash Freeze as a sideboard card. But then there's cards like Urul the Miststalker. Do they really think people are gonna play that? Young Pyromancer is in this deck in the cube now. Wow. Okay. Seems okay-ish. I'm not gonna go through the full card list. About our deck. So how many creatures do we have? We have 11. And 3 late game, 2 late game mostly. A lot of 2-drops, which I'm happy with. We have 28 cards, so we need to cut 5. Which is gonna be what exactly? Like, Snapcaster Mage is probably like a 6-drop. Oh man, I keep getting these nuts cards, huh? I think Force of Will is the better card. Like, I already have a bunch of other counters like Cryptocomantic, Counterspell, and Hinder. Maybe I don't want any of those, but I think Force of Will is a card I wouldn't mind having. Might not play it main deck. We'll see. Let's just keep it in there for now. Yeah, way too many cards here. Maybe not play the Him, but it's just such a power card. But then the problem are these two, so we can cut Radiant Riders. Cut Mystical Tutor for now, maybe. This is a 2-drop. Cut Reflecting Pool, but that doesn't matter yet. Like, Radiant Riders does really work really great with Glenrunner and Snapcaster, I get that. Wow, we get the Baleful 6 wheel. Interesting. Maybe the Short Fang is out. And just bring it in against control. Maybe Counterspell is out and bring it in against control. Hinder is out, bring it in against some decks. We do have Cryptic Command, but then Snapcaster Mage becomes worse if we don't keep in at least one of these counters. Maybe the res is gone and bring it in against some decks. So now we need 2 more cards to go. Time Spiral, probably not the card I want to see. Grave Robber seems good enough. We have 3 reanimation effects, 2 discard effects, and Buried Alive. Maybe Buried Alive isn't the card I want, but I think Buried Alive with Living Dead is good enough. Miscalculation Wield. I'm gonna play that over Counterspell, I think. Just because you can cycle it. Man, just picked up another card. Oh, Force of Will? We can cut Force of Will. Yeah, of course we can. So one more card to go for now, because we are gonna review this. Oh man, really? Do you really have to give me all these cards? Manowar isn't that great, but it does work together if I want to go for more of a creature type deck against some other decks. So I think I do want to pick up the Manowar over a Force Spike. And Serum Vision Wield and Sunring Titan Wield. So we have 2 late game bombs. But I do think I want a Sundering Titan. Although Serum Vision's okay, I had to be really quick there. I couldn't really talk about it, so I just clicked on a card. Let's pick up the Chasm Skulker. Again, we can go more creature heavy than Fairy Conclave. And Cortosar I can't actually play, so this is how the deck is looking. 6 lands. So that's 25 cards. Still need to cut 2 then. We can go way more creature heavy than this if we cut like certain cards. So let's add some creatures here. Radiant Riders, Manowar, Chasm Skulker, Nezumi. That'll put me at 15 creatures. So if we then cut cards like him, Everflowing Chalice, so we have 6, that's 27, so we need to cut 4 more. Counterspell. So basically go creature based with the reanimation as well. That's what I'm thinking about. We then give up a bunch of control, I guess. So this is a later drop that I talked about. But if we do run this, we actually want more spells. At this point we only have Night's Whispers that we really are like, okay, let's do this. Like, it's okay to go more creature based, right, with Radiant Riders, but having Living Dead does play against that idea. So if we cut the creatures and add Counterspell and something like Mystical Tutor. Okay, so if we had the Counterspell, and that's about it for now. We cut Chasm Skulker. Still have 26 cards, so we still need 3 cards to go. I think him is really strong enough to be in here. Maybe put it at a 3-drop slot or something. Cut Manowar then. Cut Radiant Riders if we're cutting creatures. Then we have 25, 2 to go. So this is a strong creature, this is a strong creature, this is a strong creature. Like these 2 really match in my deck, and they have to be in here. Excuse me for a second. Seeing that we have 3, maybe we don't want Bird Alive yet. If we don't play the Sundering Titan, I do think we want Bird Alive, but for now I don't think we do. We do have Entomb already. We have 2 other discard effects to use it with. I do actually think I want Mystical Tutor in my deck. Like, it's strong enough to be there. Yes, I just added a card, but like Mystical Tutor is really, really good. Glen Lenera is just too strong not to have here. I think the same is true for Snapcaster. Maybe we can cut Blood Gift Demon. Like, we have 3 late game bombs. Bloodgift Demon isn't something we're like, okay, we want this. We can also always sideboard into more creature base. Baleful Strix is just a strong card. Short Fang, Grave Robber. So maybe the Short Fang is gone. Don't want to have too many effects that I have to. Reflecting Pool is gone, of course. Reflecting Pool is gone, is it? Thank you. We don't want to have too many creatures that we have to dump our money in. We can bring it in against a decent amount of decks, but I think Grave Robber is a bit better because it works really well with Living Dead. Just eat your opponent's creatures out of his graveyard and then play Living Dead. And it's a reanimation card, it's a decent creature. Legacy's Lure I think we have to keep in, just because it's a mind control effect. It's pretty interesting that I say stuff like it's a mind control effect while the original card was obviously control magic. Oh, mind control is from Hearthstone, that's why I think. You know, and it's also what was it? 2012 core set that mind control was pretty big in. I think it was 2012 last nationals, right? Doesn't really matter anymore. I love nationals. So yeah, add 12 lands and this is done, right? Seems solid enough. Like Spellskite is there as a defender of my creatures, and you know it defends these big ones as well. Although they usually don't need defense. Kega is just a really big bomb. Snapcaster is pretty good with Cryptic. Him allows me an extra counter spell. Allows me an extra animation effect or entomb effect. Sensei is just there because it's pretty good. Yeah, I think this will do. So let's add basic land. It's gonna suggest 6/6. I think that's fine. Let's sort by color just to be sure. It's about even. We have one more island and one more swamp. So yeah, seems fine. I'll see you guys for the first round.